This is something that you probably see all the time and you pass up. Well, not all of you. Some of you pick it up. If something that people see all the time and pass it up, but in reality, it sells pretty well now. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin, welcome back to Commonwealth. Flipper, I have a great show for you today. I've got so much. You know, my students, I used to teach history. If you're new to the channel, a lot of you are. If you're not, I'm sorry for saying the same things 50 times. But my students knew that if you could just get me off on that little tangent, I would just go off and they wouldn't have to do anything. But you know what? It's those little tangents where you learn a lot too. So anyway, I have those today. I've got tons of stuff. But the main topic I want to talk about today as we go through the video is some things are starting to sell that 2 years ago I would have never picked up. And now they're starting to sell. I'm not just talking about VHS. I'm sure you see the title and you're like, oh, it's VHS again, third straight show. That's part of it, but it's not just VHS. And there's all kinds of things that used to be worth no money. And now they're worth a little bit. I'm not saying you're going to get rich selling this stuff, but this stuff is selling. I sold a few things today, or at least today and tomorrow, because I'm going to ship half today and half tomorrow, that are things that I probably wouldn't have bought 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm buying them now and we're making money. Let's take a look. This is not one of them. This is something I've been buying for a while. Plush here. This is a Benji plush. Vintage Benji plush. Got the comb still. Needs it because you can barely see his eyes. Benji. I don't know. I love Benji, but the movies weren't all that great, in my humble opinion. Anyway, this right here sold for $16 plus shipping. It was part of the bundle deal. I think this one was the Lightning Strikes Twice sale. I had a viewer tell me to stop picking things up and putting them down. I can't help it, y'all. Have you not watched long enough? I can't help it. I'll try to put this hand back here. $15 plus shipping. It's either the once in a lifetime sale, but I'm pretty sure this one came from the second sale, Lightning Strikes Twice. You know, PS2 games, PS3 games, some PS1, you look at them and you're like, these aren't worth any money at all. But you know what? There are some games, even the ones that you think aren't worth money, because there's a lot in each of those categories that are worth big money. But there are some that you think maybe aren't that actually are. This is one of them, the Rock Band 3 game. And this is definitely a winner. This one sold for $24 plus shipping. Complete, tested, the whole 9 yards. So not bad. I'll take it. As certain items sell out in a particular bin, you have to start putting different types of items. I like to have my bins be particular types of things. But there are certain types of things that are going to sell out and you're just not going to find them for a while. You got to replace them with something else. And that's what you have here. So if you remember all those, I can't remember the name of that sale where we bought the Dukes of Hazzard stuff. That reminds me of something. See, speaking of a tangent, I'll tell you in a minute. That sale right there where we bought all of these right here, they're all gone. I think they're all gone. Maybe we had one more up there. No, I think that's it. All of the tech decks, they're all sold. Except for these two. This wasn't a tech deck, but we bought it there. I was hoping it would sell before Halloween. And I think this one sold too. But I'm not positive. So at any rate, that's not even what sold. This is what I replaced it with. These two right here sold together. I love it when this stuff sells together because it's free shipping. By the way, I lied. This was $24 free shipping, not plus shipping. These two right here, got them from the golf course, from a connection that I've had there for a long time. Not making huge money on these. About $5 profit a piece is all. $29 plus shipping? Nope, $26 plus shipping on those. And we'll make about 10 bucks. All right, and I'll still tell you about what I was going to say in just a minute. But this one right here is one of those PS3 games that's not so great, but just good enough to sell. It is Phineas and Ferb. And now I can't find it. There it is right there. PS3, Phineas and Ferb, $11 free ship. So definitely worth picking up. I had a lot of resellers. Like, it's not worth selling anything over, unless it's 20 bucks. But those same resellers will definitely pick up video games because of how easy they are to list, to ship. It's just super, super easy. $11 free shipping. All right, so looking at those tech decks, it reminded me of something because the video just hit. But it didn't hit on YouTube. It hit on Facebook. I have a Facebook page. I never talk about it on YouTube, but if you're over there on Facebook, if you wouldn't mind going over there, if you want to see, maybe you're new to the channel and you want to go see some of our old content, but you don't want to watch the full length stuff, we're re-editing all of the huge catalog on YouTube and putting them out in shorter form, a little bit quicker, kind of better editing than we used to do on this channel. Well, not on this channel, on the Commonwealth Picker channel. And so that video just hit, and it was the one, it was called, hold on a minute, let me remember. All right, I didn't really remember. I just edited the thinking part out and the looking at the computer. My jaw dropped when I saw this yard sale. And it was the one that we had all of those die cast from the Dukes of Hazzard, and we found all those tech decks. Incredible sale, and some other stuff too that was really cool. But at any rate, that is over there on the Facebook page. So it's Commonwealth Picker. So if you're on Facebook, go check it out. Follow the page for us. We'd appreciate it. If you've been watching this channel, if you've been watching the Picker channel for a while, it's basically rehashed videos in completely new formats, but you might find it interesting. At any rate, we're really excited about it, and it's growing really quickly. There is a link to that Facebook page down below in the video description, also in our link tree as well. Speaking of videos I can't remember the title for, this is the last one. I'm excited about this. There's a video, and I cannot remember the name of it. If you've been around the Picker channel for a while, you remember this, because this is the one where we gave away a $100 bill. I was haggling like crazy with a lady about all kinds of different stuff, just trying to get the best deal I could, and she finally gave in, which was awesome, because then after the deal was done, I just handed her another $100 bill, which is really cool. So Dining Glove, these things are like, I don't know, like wicks, I guess, for whatever this thing is, heaters. So there you go. So for like 10 bucks, free ship. It's not a big money maker. Now that really got me thinking, and I started to look, and I cannot remember the name of that video. So if there's anybody out there that remembers that video or what the thumbnail was, let me know. Tell us in the comments what the video was for that one, because now I'm curious and I just got to find out. All right, another bin from back there that I just pulled out here because it's a lot easier. I'm looking for the 6LI, 2LI, 10LI, 6LI, right there. $10 on that one, free ship. And this one came from Appomattox, came from Rich, the auctioneer. Another sale from the Lightning Strikes Twice sale. Old Spice. Gotta love it. $17 for that plus shipping. Far more, I'm sure, than it originally cost. Love it. Hey, I've been selling more from the Lightning Strikes Twice sale than I have been from the original one. The reason is simple. I still have not listed most of the stuff, other than the VHS from the original sale. All right, so there's an item that I wouldn't have picked up 5 years ago. Old Spice. Now, I've picked up cologne and perfumes for a long time, but Old Spice would have been something. It would have been a hard pass. And now it's kind of coming back. It's old enough, those bottles and all that. So it's old enough, some of the vintage ones, that people are buying it back up. In just a minute, I'll show you one more sale or two. I don't know. And then Turner's going to come in here and show you a couple of his sales, which are things that, in my mind, weren't vintage, that are about ready to be, that are going to start to, I think, creep up in value. And then after that is the one particular sale that I want to talk about today, of something that people see all the time and pass it up. But in reality, it sells pretty well now. There he is right there. There's the next sale. I'm not going to grab it right now, but I'm going to grab it in a minute. That's Eeyore. I think this one came from the very last sale. The, let's see. I can't remember the name of that one either. Keeping It Real. I just cheated again. Keeping It Real. That actually just came out, I think... I don't know when it came out. Anyway, you've probably already seen it. That one right there, we paid $2. Sold for $30 plus shipping. Those large plush will sometimes sell, y'all. Sold for $30 plus shipping. All right, I lied. I wanted you to see it because I get a question all the time about how do you ship large plush. Look, it's actually pretty simple. You've just got to find the right size box. You know, when you have a large plush, keep an eye out. You know, I mean, I've got a few here, obviously. Keep an eye out for big boxes. You know, if you want to go pay $1.50 or something, go to Lowe's and grab a medium-sized box. Or you can Frankenbox stuff together. But, you know, big items, you just need big boxes. And usually ship it out UPS. This probably could scrunch down just enough to get under 1 cubic foot because it's all plush. There's no hard parts to it other than the eyeballs. I think I put it out there as calculated shipping UPS, I think is what I did. $30 for old Eeyore plus shipping. And Eeyore will get me off on a tangent. So if you've been around the channel a while, you know I used to teach AP World History, and I'd constantly be looking for ways to really make the learning, whatever the kids were learning, kind of make it concrete. Because the idea of teaching something that a kid's going to forget 5 minutes from now is like pointless. What am I doing? So I'd always talk about things in relative terms to them so they'd remember it. And so when we got to World War II and we got to Churchill's speeches and the Battle of Britain and the Darkest Hour and all those things, I would say think of Churchill as an inspirational Eeyore. You know, those speeches were amazing and inspirational, but it was like Eeyore was giving them. We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight, and if we shall lose here, then this, and it was just depressingly inspirational. Loved it. All right, y'all, Turner's cold, so I kept the heater on while he's in here, because he's chilly, aren't you? Well, if you're cold, why you got no socks on there?
I don't know.
And you sold your favorite car, right? Chick Hicks.
No, that's not my. I said I like him.
You like him?
Yes.
Kachiga. Sold 2 Chick Hicks, $12.95 plus shipping a piece. Chick Hicks is popular. I think we're sold out of old Chick. So it's a male. It's a guy. How come his name is Chick? Huh?
I don't know.
Now, I only knew one other Chick in history. His name was Chick Hearn. I grew up in Southern California. He was an announcer for the Lakers. Chicky baby. He was my favorite. I loved it. When the Lakers used to win, he used to say, "Doors shut, lights out, butter's getting hard, eggs are cooling, jello's jiggling." That's right, he closed the refrigerator door. And nobody that's not in Southern California knows what the heck I'm talking about, including you.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, buddy, you made a nice little sale there. Just definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $2, spend $2, and donate $2. Bye.
All right, here you go. Here's the item that I'm talking about. But it's not just this. It's this whole genre right here. This is something that you probably see all the time and you pass up. Well, not all of you. Some of you pick it up. But I see this all the time, and I pick it up, well, when it's in good shape. I pick it up, and it sells for decent money now. It used to sell for a little less. Now it's going for a little bit more. All right, it's Case Logic. You've seen me sell it before. Well, if you've been around a while. Case Logic, 2 different ones right here. These happen to be CD cases. Let me see if I can unzip it with one hand. Well, I'll do it out there. Right here. And this one's a little different. I mean, same size, just a different, like, embroidery or patch on it. And these 2 right here, you know, you pick them up for 50 cents all the time. And these sold for $21 plus shipping. So not too bad. So there you go. Case Logic. Nothing amazing. A lot of them have holes in them, so if you can take it out and mount them, but I guess these don't. So there you go, $21 plus shipping. If you pay $1 for that, would you ship that out for 20 bucks, $21 plus shipping? I mean, you're gonna make like $15 profit on it, $16 profit. So easy. Throw it in a number 7 box right there. And, I mean, literally just throw some paper in there and throw those in it and ship it out. Really easy. I'll take 15, 20 bucks for that stuff all day long. All right, so I showed you the shipping table there. So whenever I do that, I've got to look and see who bought the copies to buy the plans for the Commonwealth shipping table. Looks like Dale today. Dale bought these plans right here. Dale, I hope you enjoy it. I know we really do. It's Vintage Road Less Traveled, I think. Love that name. Thanks. Speaking of the road less traveled, 2 roads diverged in yellow wood. And I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I would not want to take the roads that this guy often takes. Definitely not. But this has been bought by a viewer. Let me read you their comment. Bought by Gabe, Fine Tooth Comb Pickers on YouTube. Fine Tooth Comb Pickers on YouTube. Finally able to get one of these guys for my desk. Time to get things moving in my auto part. You've seen it, Gabe. Yeah, I do remember you now, for sure. You've bought a couple things before from us, I think. Auto Parts and Picker Store. I often tell people that don't do eBay, that have different skills. I have a friend that does that's a mechanic. I'm like, man, you could go out, and I know there's people out there who do this. You could go out and buy salvaged cars. I know there's people that go to salvage yards and they just pick certain items because they know they sell for really good money. And that's what they do for a living. So I guess, I don't know where you source, if you're willing to tell your secrets below. But if you are, tell us below. I'm not going to go. I'm not a mechanic. Sorry. I'd rather sell this stuff. But there's big money in it. And there's places that literally strip cars and sell them all on different marketplaces online. Keep up the great content. Always watching your latest video while picking up sales. So if y'all want to go check out his store, I think his store is that too. Fine Tooth Comb Parts. Was I supposed to say that? I don't know. I just said it. At any rate, Gabe, thank you so much, and we hope he gets things moving for you. You'll notice I never actually film myself getting these hats. I'm too short to go up there and to actually see what I'm pulling out, so I just cheat. It's a camo green hat Callaway, not a blue one like we sold the other day. $30 for that one. Free shipping. New hats, I don't ship in the 8x6x4. I ship it in the 10x7x5. There are links to all these boxes. And by the way, y'all, thank you so much. There's so many people using those links around Christmas and buying stuff that's not even on my links. And then I'm getting a little portion of that. Is very, very kind of you. I do the same thing. Since it's the day of tangents, let me just say this. I really, really appreciate that. I mean, people are clearly buying things. I don't know what they are, but that are not on my links. Because you just got to go through the link. I do the same thing. So if there are creators out there that you enjoy their content that are not big creators that put in a ton of work, go see if they have affiliate links. I just used 2 in the last 2 days for 2 different items I knew I had to go buy. And then I used 2 content creators' links to do it. It's an easy way to give them a little bit of money. It's not much, but a little bit of money for their efforts. And it doesn't cost you a dime because you're going to buy it anyways. Speaking of being too short, although I think I can grab this one. Gotta get on my tippy toes. There we go. It's a Risk board game. I got this one from the Decades of Treasure sale, the one with Bizarro Kevin in it. He was in front of me at a sale, got a bunch of good stuff, so I was determined to find some other good stuff. And we killed it at that sale. Vintage cameras and stuff. This is one of the minor items that I picked up. I think they wanted $2-3 for it. Risk board games. A lot of times I'll part out Risk board games, but not these kind. These are the kind that can sit like a book in a bookcase, you know, like this. They're really kind of cool. It's got a little damage on it. It's over $33. So, you know, I can't complain about that. I've sold them many times. You ever see these? They're not oftentimes, they don't look like board games, you know, if they're sitting like there or whatever, but I find them and sell them. It's really heavy, but I think this one will fit in the Region A box. So, but it's not going very far anyway, so it should be pretty good. Almost forgot about the ducks. Vintage ducks. Picked this one up from the same sale that we just picked that. Well, not the same sale, the same video where we picked up that Risk game. These ducks right here are pretty cool. I don't know why I picked them up. Everything was so cheap, and it was a big bunt. Well, I didn't know it was cheap, but it was going to be cheap because it was a church sale, and people were just bundling stuff up. I'm like, I'm going to grab these things. I thought, you know what, I'm going to sell them in my booth. And then a viewer sent me a message on Instagram, and like, hey, you know, will you take $50 plus shipping? I'm like, sure, except for I gave him free shipping because I was going to sell them for probably half of that in the booth. But, you know, there's no fees, no shipping and whatever. But they're pretty cool. I don't know. That's just nice. They're really well made. Actually found comps. Look at that thing. I'll have to check that out. I found comps. I think I saw an $80 sold comp on eBay for these 2 ducks right here. And they have 2 different outfits. This kind and then a different kind. But anyway, Lisa. Thank you so much, Lisa. I do appreciate it. And they are headed your way. All right, y'all. I don't think Sophie has ever come in here on her own. Ever. That I can remember. She used to come into the eBay cave all the time. But never in here that I remember. So thanks for coming to visit. How you doing, girl? Huh? How you doing? She came out the doggy door herself, apparently. All right. You must have missed me. Nobody's home but me and you and Turner. So, hey, I've got Whatnot on right here. This is Carrie over there at American Arbitrage. The reason I turned it on is because I've got... This came from Eric, OBX Picker, who's also over there on Whatnot. I've been actually sourcing over there on Whatnot. A little bit. I mean, not making a ton of money, except for off of Carrie. Done real well off of you. I picked up this Wreck-It Ralph super, super cheap from Eric. See if I can make a couple bucks on it and help a buddy out too. So if you're on Whatnot, go check it out. Go check out OBX Picker. I know that American Arbitrage is over there. So y'all right there, girl. Let's see who else. NC Picker, I think, is over there doing a few sales. And who am I missing? Tim over the years. Cernox Connection. If you're bored in the wintertime, if you're up in the Great White North, there's no sales anywhere. Go to Whatnot. Hey, I have a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. These are things people send us at the P.O. Box. And usually we open like 1 per show kind of thing. But we've already got 6. And Christmas season is here, and people are sending us ornaments for the tree that we're going to put up here in the next couple of episodes like they did last year. And we just couldn't keep up with it last year. And, you know, I know people don't always want to see, you know, 5 things being opened on a show. So I think we might have like a Christmas episode over on the Commonwealth Auctions channel where we open some of this. We're going to still open some of it here, but if it gets too much, you know, we're incredibly grateful. So it makes me think of, well, I've already talked about Winston Churchill enough today. I'll talk about him inside in a minute. I just knew it was going to be a tangent episode. It just happens all the time. I can't help it. I got so many darn things in my mind going different directions. I just get off on these things. So what I was thinking about out there was not the Battle of Britain speech after the Battle of Britain was won, where, let's see if I can remember it now. Let's see. Never in the field of human conflict has so much been owed by so few to so many. But I was thinking about it in reverse, not that any of this at all relates to World War II, but at how thankful we are, just as a small little group, that so many of you have changed our lives. So never in the course of eBay resellers has so much been owed to so many by so few. Something like that. Any rate, thank you all so very much. We're all this big news coming out, you know, small things already. You know, we did our ornament release and our 12 days of Christmas 50-50 auction splits, which, by the way, we have that green. I'll put it, let's see, I'll probably find the listing. I'll put it up right here. That one should be out right now. A few more days left. 50-50 split with that one. And you can go look at the details. So thank you to Kristen for that. Those things are awesome. I wanted so badly to keep that. Kristen, I might buy another one. Matter of fact, consider this my order if you're listening. I'm going to order another one of those just for me, because that one is so cool. I really want to have one. So, boy, I'm really talking about a bunch of stuff. Stay tuned for a few more cool announcements coming up. And most of it, all of it, we're thankful to you, because none of this would have happened if it wasn't for you guys and for the growing audience on multiple platforms. Facebook's going crazy right now. It's awesome. Anyway, here we go. Mary Kay Signature Cheek Color. $9 plus shipping on this one. You know, you ever go looking for something? I have like 10 of these in there. And the very last one is the one I wanted. Bronze Sands. If you don't know, here is that item right there. This was made by Kristen. She is awesome. She has cerebral palsy and does this, y'all. Is that not amazing? And that sticker's not just stuck on there. It's in there, right? You can't get it off. It's actually in it. It's just amazing with all this stuff. So that auction's up. This one is done. This one is up right now, and this one is going to go up soon. And it's part of our 12 days of Christmas auctions. The money from the first one, I think, and Kristen, I got to talk to you. We're going to give half that money to, I can't remember that one in Arkansas. Cerebral Palsy Foundation that you suggested. And then this one is going to a nationwide one, I believe. This one's going to a total other charity altogether. One ornament. There's the 3 that are left. I'm saving these 2 just in case something didn't show up. An Intimate ornament. I don't know what number this is, 38 or something like that. So at any rate, this is going up, and that's going to be a charity auction as well. That's already up, and this is already up. So anyway, go check them out. Hey, since I'm over here and on tangents, Esmeralda, I just noticed you're almost to 900. Thrifty as me used to be. She doesn't post very often, but she was one of the very earliest supporters of this channel. So we go check her out and watch her videos from time to time. And look, she's almost at 900. Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be there. Pepper, you supervising these girls, huh? Look at them. Look at all this work we got going on here. Like Santa's little workshop here. And I'm holding the camera, not doing anything, aren't I? All right, thank y'all. All right, Reagan, how long did it take you to package all the ornaments?
About an hour.
About an hour. And did Pepper help?
Oh, no. She sat there and watched us.
Blue Ridge Mama help?
Yes.
All right, and we kept how many extras just in case something happens?
3.
3. And if nothing happens within a week, and nobody complains about it, you know, not showing up or getting lost or something, we'll sell these. Yep. That sound good? Mm-hmm. Awesome. That's quite a stack right there. Yep. I hope it gets there by Thanksgiving. We'll see.
Yep. Bye.
All right, Reagan, we have some CommonwealthPicker.com sales. Yep. We got a little inside joke. She's laughing here. All right, do you remember the names of these 2 people that bought these things?
And...
It's a tough one.
Oh, I started with the...
Detlef. Very good.
There we go.
Very good. And he's from Germany. So thank you for that. And that is headed your way. And let me see. What else do we got? Oh, let me read these names real quick, because Mama just packaged up a whole bunch of those metal ornaments. You want to show them the metal ornaments? Yeah. We are down to like, I want to say like probably 40 exactly left, I think. Something like that. Sold quite a few of them already. I think we had 150, so going quick. Anyway. Let me give a thank you to Susan, Casey, Jimmy, Michael, another Michael, Patricia, Lori, and Keith. And that's our buddy Keith up there in Minnesota. You remember him? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right. Some cool stuff.
Bye. And don't forget to get your sticker at commonwealthpicker.com.
Some thanks are in order, but I've been waiting here as my computer spins. My internet's not working. Which is not all that uncommon in here, but it's been about 10 minutes since my last clip. Been waiting because I want to read something from buymeacoffee.com, from Buy Me a Piece of the Shed was what we call it, because people donate towards our next shed. And at any rate, for those two, it's from Jeremy and from Junking7. Jeremy, 15 pieces of the shed. That's unbelievably nice. And I read your message earlier today, and I'm like, I'm going to read that tonight, and now I can't read it, but if you all want to go check them out, go over to, you don't got to give anything, obviously. But you can go read all the comments of everybody who's ever given anything towards that next shed, which is really kind, or for any reason. They're all on there. It's buymeacoffee.com/Commonwealth. There's a link below. So, at any rate, there is, in Junking, I like it. Junking, but capital, it's like Junk King, except for it's Junking with the, well, whatever, you get it. And 2 pieces of the shed. Thank you very much for your kindness, everybody. And then I had a question which relates from Russian Cowboy on, and I don't often answer questions on here because there's just not enough time because I ramble on like this. I saw this question on, I think it was the Picker channel, and they asked me about these 2 notebooks that are always sitting here. They're like, what are those notebooks right there? So they're just blank, well, they were blank pages in here, leather-bound notebooks. And there's 2 of them. One of them has the names of every single person who has bought an Inaman on auction or has given to Buy Me a Coffee. And we're writing everybody. We're like on page 6. It's crazy. And the idea is that, well, originally the idea was my wife was going to do some hands. She's really artistic and write everybody's name and put it on this thing. But I think that would take like 6 years to do. So at this point, we'll probably put it into a program and print everybody's name who's donated and frame it and put it in the new building whenever that happens. So, and the other book is where I keep track of the kids' money. You know, we always talk about save $1, spend $1, donate $1. Well, that's where we keep track of all of it. How much Turner is making to keep, how much he's making to spend, how much he's making to donate. Keep track of the donations, and Reagan, the same thing. Reagan makes money off the CommonwealthPicker.com store, and Turner makes money off of his Homeschool Hustle store. There's links to both below. So anyway, there you go. And there's one more thing. Mary, we forgot to give you a thank you, Mary, for buying one of the green shirts, which we're not making anymore. So when they're gone, they're gone. And you got the second to last one of that particular size. And she shared a story with us about watching our videos and then finding, I think in your own stack, a sealed Christine VHS that she got a bunch of money for. I might have that story a little wrong, Mary, but I think that's right. So it was a thank you to buy that shirt. So thank you very much. I also have a note here for American Bubble Boy. Y'all are overwhelming them and me through our links. It's very kind of you. I appreciate that. And Rolo, people are buying Rolos through the links as well. And there's an announcement from Rolo coming up soon. So you guys, I can't even thank you enough. And I know this video is probably 30 minutes, but anyway, thank you all so much. And we can't wait to see you next.